What up, world? What up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Talking with TJ, man. I am back. Fresh cut, you already know. Shout out to my cousin Kerrigan, man. If y'all need them braids, man, follow my cousin, man. She cold with the braids. You feel me? All that, all that. Follow me on all social media platforms. Everything is TJ Freeman. My TikTok is TJ Freeman 245, Snapchat TJ Freeman, Facebook TJ Freeman, Twitter Talking with TJ, man. Hey, we back with another episode, man. We gonna get right into it because I don't want to waste any of y'all time. Man, look, these topics I'm finna get into today, I hate to even talk about shit like this. I hate to even talk about stuff like this, but it's very important how the media portrays black people. Is very important on things that the media pick and choose or what they want to talk about, things that they want to highlight compared to other situations that are way bigger, way more important than shit that they want to put in front of our face. They want to keep certain shit in the background when it pertains to different races and different people, man. So we're going to jump right into it. That's what I want to talk about. But real quick, y'all pray for the people in Florida, man. They supposed to be getting hit with a bad hurricane. I think a category 4. And specifically, I think it's supposed to hit Tampa, Florida, man. So pray for the people in Florida, man. I got cousins in Jacksonville. I'm going to call them as soon as I get off the phone, talking to y'all on this live. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. If you don't know, I want to talk about Brett Favre. I have all different type of followers. So for those who don't know, Brett Favre is a former quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. He also played for the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets. I want to go over certain stuff in his career. Great football player, in the Hall of Fame, deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. Every year they do a vote. When players retire, they do a vote. And the media and all these different people, they gather around and they vote for who should be in the Hall of Fame. And if you don't make it, every year they do it again. So that's why you see people say it took them 5 times before they got into the Hall of Fame. I think Terrell Owens, it took him 6 times before he got in the Hall of Fame. Terrell Owens' numbers speak for himself. But the reason why he didn't get into the Hall of Fame the first trial was because they said he was a bad teammate and the way he conducted himself off the field, meaning in the locker room, meaning on the bench, on the sideline. Y'all know the history of T.O., how he was acting. Never criminally did anything wrong. Never morally, as far as the way we perceive him, never did anything wrong. But yet it took 6 times because of off the field issues. Now, I thought when they supposed to vote for the Hall of Fame, they measure you by what you did on the field. And again, if we look at his numbers, should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. Brett Favre, wife got cancer, y'all. It feel like it's something in my nose. Y'all forgive me. Wife got cancer, y'all. Got sick. When Brett Favre was the quarterback of the New York Jets, he sent a female worker of the Jets unsuspicious pictures of body parts. We don't need to know what he sent, but we know he sent unsuspicious pictures of body parts. The Hall of Fame voters look right past that. Cool. Got voted first time in. Y'all see that this building up is leading somewhere. This guy has made over $130 million in his career. $130 million in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe like 2 weeks ago, it was reported that the quarterback, Brett Favre, the guy who made over $130 million in his career, stole over $75 million from the state of Mississippi. Not only did he steal $75 million from the state of Mississippi, he stole it from the welfare department of the state. Now, for those who white, let me explain to y'all what welfare is. Welfare is stuff that disenfranchised communities, preferably Hispanic and Black, use this money because we are placed in communities where there's not great job availability, there's not great things to teach us skill to go get these great jobs. It's pop and mom shop type jobs. So they depend on this money from the welfare, from the government to make ends meet, to meet certain deadlines, to pay bills, to do whatever they need to do with it. Here you have a guy who is well off, stealing in the text messages between him and the governor of Mississippi. He's specifically saying, can we make sure these text messages don't leak because I want to make sure that the media don't get a hold of what I'm doing. This is a prime example of the rich get richer stealing from the poor. This is a prime example of why people don't vote, because they don't trust that the government, Democrat or Republican, has our best interests at heart. And I am confused and frustrated because Fox Sports 1, ESPN, Sports Center, NSBC, CBS, CNN, they probably talked about this shit once or twice. And they probably talked about it at a time where it wasn't busy, where a lot of viewers couldn't watch. And they moved right past this shit. And I'm going to just go ahead and roll over into the next topic. Now, Ime Udoka, a black man, head coach of the Boston Celtics, got caught having a consensual relationship with a female worker in the Boston, the female worker for the Boston Celtics. What he did was wrong, morally wrong. He cheated on his wife or fiance. He got to explain this to his kids. I'm not justifying nothing that he deserved to get suspended, not for a year, but he deserved to get suspended for breaking team policy, and he deserved to get fined. But I have seen every outlet that I just named, CNN, SportsCenter, MSNBC, ESPN, Fox Sports 1, I have seen them talk about this every day, every hour, on the hour. And what he did was wrong. But y'all have yet to really touch this Brett Favre shit. Mississippi is the poorest state in the United States. I was watching this documentary on YouTube, and there's some parts of Mississippi that look like Africa, that look like Iraq, that look like Haiti, Cuba. But this is supposed to be the United States of America, the land of the free. People leave their country to come over here thinking that they coming to live a better life, because this is what we have been told for years. But if we being honest, America has never been about the people. This country wasn't even our country. Indians was over here, if we want to keep it real. Before Christopher Columbus and all the white people came over here and killed them off, they've been killing since the beginning of the time. Killed them off and took over this fucking country. California and Texas, that was Mexico. Before we killed them off, and they took, y'all remember the movie The Alamo? Y'all remember in middle school we had to take them Spanish classes, and y'all wonder why certain cities are Hispanic named: San Antonio, San Francisco, San Diego, Sacramento, El Paso. None of this shit, Laredo, none of this shit is ours. It was other races here before blacks and whites. America has been killing and stealing and taking off other races since the beginning of time. And I'm saying all that to say, it's no way possible that somebody as big as Brett Favre, this shit is getting swept under the rug. Ime Udoka, as a black man, I'm disappointed, I'm frustrated, I'm all that. But for him to get suspended for a year, then get fired. Now, if it was consensual, the lady that he was supposedly talking to, she was married. Why she ain't got fired or suspended for a year? Why she still get to come in the facility? She holds just as much weight in this as he does. We have to do better with keeping everything at a balance. We have to do better as treating stuff equal. I'm very agitated with the way the media is perceiving this situation. It's not right. It's morally not right. If y'all gonna talk about the Ime Udoka 100% of the time, y'all need to talk about the Brett Favre situation 100% of the time. What Brett Favre did was wrong. And he did all this so he could build a volleyball complex for his ugly ass daughter. What are we doing? Again, this is a prime example of the rich stealing from the poor. That's all I got to say about it. I'm agitated. I'm frustrated. I'll be talking about more of this soon. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend and tell a friend. Follow me on all social media platforms. Hey.